you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you. Turn on my mic, give me more monitor. This isn't for the xenophobic, not the message, my illegal is foreign. If you're conformist, I gotta warn you, this isn't for you. If you aren't up or exploring, don't you cross the border. I've got obsessive compulsive crossword puzzle disorder. My mind is troubled, my mind is muscle, don't mind a muzzle. I thrive in the jungle, beware, don't let King Midas touch you. I'm above you, I'm even beneath you, I'm all around you. Uneven frequencies traveling in the speed of sound. In your nightmare, see my reflection in the mirror. See my image standing in the back of your high school pictures. Like Yellowstone National Park, I'm ready to explore. My soul's the only one that could pull the sword out the stone. This isn't another time rap about Al Capone and Al Pacino, casinos, women, and stacking dough. Witness the rising dough, the oven's gonna blow. The children wanna run, checks. They don't want you to know that I exist. Flashbacks of '96, because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Jump in the rabbit hole. It didn't matter to Dorothy whether she was in Kansas anymore. Relax and let it go. Just grab a hold of your kayak and let the rapids flow. Quit yapping about home already and hanging a rope. You don't have any hope in this battle, it's over. The chances are low that you'll advance any further. I savagely murder any track that I'm on. I'll pivot my arm to swing the axe in my palm. I'm not telling you where I planted the bomb. I'm not telling you how I plan to disarm you. I'll damage you all, I know I'm losing my mind. I'm sick and tired of ticking time standing in line. The entertainment industry is corrupt in design. If Pocket Big was still alive, I think they would resign. You better cherish me now, because it won't be long before I make a killing and suddenly end up gone. Flashbacks in '96, because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you of what they want you to forget. Because I remind you. Yo, listen to this guy. Hey, Dr. Dre, have you heard who I am? Please take my one sheet, it's a pleasure shaking your hand. Feel free to forward my information to any man who's willing to take a stand, take a risk over chance. I don't usually say any names, but I've been rhyming all this time and my family's still under the poverty line. I get props all the time, but that just isn't enough. The next show promoter that don't pay up finna get snuffed. Listen. Sick of conducting business with undisciplined and twisted individuals who are narcissistic and hedonistic, who promise me there is no market for the realistic, who prompt me to reconfigure the topics in my lyrics. Throw anything in my direction, you can't kill my spirit. Unstoppable love is approaching, you will all be witness. The warrior who fights by the broken sword is relentless. I'm an outlaw, only God can pass my sentence.